guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So today I'm going to be trying out for you the new Rimmel Wonder Wing felt tip liner. So we're going to be seeing if this is true to the adverts, whether it is going to help us do the perfect wing in like a split second. So if you haven't seen this, I've been seeing the Rita Ora adverts recently. I don't know if they're in the US, but they are all over the place in the UK. And this is supposed to be a bit like the liner stamps that we saw a while ago, which was like an applicator that you covered in your own liner, then stamped on. So this is like that, but it's in a liner form, and you can do your stamp with the end and then use the other side to do your normal lines. So we're gonna see. I am someone who has had a massive struggle with winged liner. I have a hooded eye, which does not help, but I'm still like not confident, not good at it, and I've been practicing. I recently purchased the Kat Von D liner, which has made a massive difference. It's made it much easier, much quicker, and I am now able to do like a half decent wing without freaking out totally and ruining my whole face of makeup. But is it still tricky? Absolutely. Would I still attempt to wing like on a day-to-day? Absolutely not. And am I confident with it? No, absolutely not. And does it terrify me every single time? Absolutely yes. So I would love if this is actually going to work and make it so that I could do a wing on a Monday on my way to work in the 3 minutes that I have. We'll see. We will see. This is what it looks like, your typical sort of felt tip style liner. You get 0.05 of a fluid ounce, which is like fairly standard, and this cost me $5.99 from Boots. Oh, it smells like felt tip pen, and as you can see, it looks pretty black, feels pretty smooth of an application, and I will show you the magical tip. So there you have it. It's kind of a sort of almost like a dart tip, and one side is flat. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that, and the other side is kind of curved, so it looks a little bit like a spear in my opinion. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to do like the stamp with the flat side and then sweep it back across. I'm really scared, you guys. So because of my hood, my angle of a wing kind of is a bit flatter. So people say that you should sort of follow the angle from the tip of your nose to your sort of eyebrow, and that should be sort of your angle. But for me, that would go into my hood. So I do a bit of a flatter wing, and that's how I kind of avoid the hood, if you will. Oh my God, I just need to just do it. Just do it. Oh, okay, so that has given me a really nice starting point, like a really nice arrow shape. It's a little thicker at the tail end, but we could sort that out. So I'm just going to use the edge now to make sort of the line on my lash line, and that works really easily, really nicely. I feel like the size of this is perfect because it's just doing everything really quickly. So that's nice. That's basically done that in like a second. Obviously I've made this really nice and hard for myself by putting mascara on first. So that's helpful. The edge is so nice and sharp. So that's helping me do this bit mega quick and steady. So that's like done, no issues with that. So I'm just gonna now tidy this up by just sweeping that a bit. Now what I hope is that I'm gonna, every time. What I hope is that I'm gonna be able to just sort of flick this out using the very tip and make the tip a bit finer. mostly my fault, to be fair. Oh, it's not bad though. Not bad. Okay, so let's try again on this side. Now I've kind of got to grips a bit more with the product, whether I'll get on a bit better now that I'm kind of know what I'm working with. So the stamp bit was actually quite easy. So again, using that flat side. See this, I guess for most people, that's the bit that's the hard bit, is getting this angle. So let me just, again, it's really easy to do that this way. If it wasn't for my eyelashes, this would, on it like being already having mascara on, this bit is really easy. It's really doing that really nicely, really quickly and really even line along my lash line. And it's, I guess the bit that I really struggle with personally is getting this angle and everything right. And that's the bit that it's just doing so quickly. Let's just join that up. And it's also really helping me to sweep back towards the lash line as well, because it is just the perfect thickness, just putting it flat down, just pulling it. It's not bleeding or smudging or anything like that. So again, let's just see this time whether I can do a better job of flicking the end out a bit thinner. Yep, so that was fine that time. I'd say that's pretty much made as good of a wing as I ever do. That's literally like probably the best wing I've ever done in my whole life, and I did it in like 5 seconds, no stress, and no cleanup. That is the big thing. So I can get a wing kind of as good as this one-ish, like using my normal Kat Von D liner, but I do have to go in like I would with this one and just kind of clean it up. So I usually get like a baby wipe on my finger and just swipe to clean it up. And I do that, go back and forth like several times. Whereas this one I've literally done, it's perfect, I don't need to touch it. And it took me half the time it normally takes me, and I haven't got to go in and clean up because it's so nice and sharp. I mean, the other thing about this is that they are so identical, because obviously you haven't sort of made that shape. The shape is literally fixed. Can you see that? Did you see how quick I did that? And look how like identical the wings are. The same angle, the same thickness, everything. How do you, I mean, I can't do that. Maybe you can, but I can't. Guys. It is the sort of thing that the more you use, the better you'll get at it and the better it will get. And given that this is my first go, that is a respectable wing on a hooded eye. I mean, okay, so I don't know what to tell you other than get one. $5.99, perfect winged liner on a hooded eye by an amateur. I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not even someone who's done wing liner their whole life and is just naturally talented at it. I freaking struggle with wing liner. That is the quickest and best wing I have ever done in my whole life. I'm binning my cap. I won't bin it because it costs me a lot of money, I'll just use it up, but I'm this, I feel like I could do a wing liner like literally every day of the week in 10 seconds. That was so quick. Did you see that? Okay, so I think the verdict is pretty obvious to anybody who's watched the last 30 seconds. Get one. It literally is going to do your wing liner for you. Even, I mean, it was so easy. So I'll just talk you through again if you just couldn't see it very clearly. What I did was use the stamping side, which is this flat side that you can just about see the flat side, and I just stamped it down where I wanted it and dragged it back in. And then I used the very fine point, which is amazing, really nice and fine, to flick out to get the point a little bit thinner, how I like it. And then I just used the edge to do the line around my eye. It's really amazing. I'm so impressed. I'm so happy with how that came out. And I can't believe how quick it was to achieve such a good wing. And like I said, my eyes aren't the easiest. I have, you know, a fairly hooded eye, so I do struggle with wing liner even more than the average person. And I am so shook. I need to have a lie down. That is my video. Short, very, very sweet. If you've tried this guy, let me know how you got on. Otherwise, just go and get it, for goodness sakes. Our lives are all saved. Our lives are all saved. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe before you go so I can see you again. Bye bye for now.